Oh, hey there. So I read this morning about a group of seniors that had saved and done fundraisers for a full year to take the trip of a lifetime for their senior trip. They all bought their tickets, they went to the airport, they showed up there, and it turns out that several had bought their tickets from a bogus company who pretended to be an airline company. And so their tickets were worthless and their money was stolen, and they did not get to go on their trip. Now, that must be really disappointing to do all that work and then show up after a full year of trying. And then when you show up, they go, oh, somebody lied to you. Sorry. Now, that is sad. But imagine this. Imagine you get to the end of your life and we get to judgment and you're like, I've got my ticket right here. I've got my ticket to heaven. I've got my ticket to salvation. And they're like, did you not? Somebody lied to you. That's not real. You went to the wrong place. You believed something that wasn't true, and now when it matters, you trusted somebody that was a liar. And then they're like, but why would they lie to me? Because they wanted your stuff for free, because they're thieves and liars. Okay, now, what am I talking about? I'm talking about the fact that there is one way to heaven, and there's a bunch of ways trying to distract us. And they are trying to confuse us and be like, just give up because it's all the same anyway. But it's not. It's not the same. Jesus says, I am the way, the truth, and the life. I'm the only way to heaven. And if we get to Judgment Day and we're like, here I am, I'm good. I did some good things. You're like, that's not what gets you into heaven. But I believed some things and I said some prayers and I went to the places and I did the holy things or whatever. I did the sacraments. But that's not what it says. Did you bother to read for yourself? Did you look at the back of the ticket? I know we went to Kenya. No, sorry, we went to Tanzania. We went to both, but we went to Tanzania and there was 5 of us going. And we got to the airport and we flew to another city, for Detroit or something like that. We were in Detroit and then we went to get our connecting flight to Tanzania, to Nairobi or whatever. And one of the guys, his passport expired like in 2 months or something. And they're like, well, if it's less than 90 days, then you can't come. And he's like, but we're going to be back. I mean, we've got a return trip and we're going to be back. It should be okay. But it's not. And the rules say you got to have your passport for 90 days longer than when your trip leaves, just in case. And so they were like, sorry, your ticket is worthless and you got to find your own way back. We're not even going to fly you back to Texas. Like, you're on your own. And he was young. I think he was 18 or something like that. And he had to find his own way. Now, his family took care of him and it all worked out for him. But it's important that we pay attention to some details. If we just think, I said a prayer a long time ago and I'm good, and we believe that, right? We believe I'm good. And then when the time comes, we're not good. I feel like somebody should have warned us before then. That is what I'm doing right now. Look, do not take my word for it. I'm a construction worker in Texas. I'm nobody important. Nobody looks at me and thinks that guy's important at all. Trust me. Most people shake their head and they're like this. He's not important. So, if that's the case, do your own research. Pick up the Bible. You know all kinds of things. You can tell the lyrics to 1,000 songs or 10,000 songs, whatever in the world it is. You know sports stats and you know movie stars, you know who played in what thing. You keep up with the news, you keep up with politics. You spend almost no time focusing on your salvation, which is exponentially more important than all those other things. Pick up the Bible and read it for yourself. See what God says. Take away all the other things that you've heard. Just push that out of your mind. Be like, let me just start from scratch. Let me push everything out of my mind that somebody has told me, and let me read this for myself, and let me see, is what I believe really true? Is what I've been told really true? Because it matters. It matters a lot. Way more than I didn't get to take the trip of a lifetime. Way more than I didn't get to go to Tanzania for a couple weeks. This matters. I love you guys. Do the right thing.